Welcome back to Hardcore Ultimate Iron Man. We have got quite the pair of quests for today. And you know things are going to be going well when you start off with one small favor. Everything starts off simply enough here with Yanni. I'm just looking for something to do. A nice small favor. Go talk to the Jungle Forester and see if they can get some red mahogany, because he wants to build a wardrobe. I'll be right back. And the Jungle Foresters are, in fact, near the jungle. Just outside the village. Super easy. So it begins. They really should clear up this undead problem at some point. Well, that's fine. We managed to make it past. Then we can talk to the Jungle Forester. I'm looking for a red mahogany. I think he can get us a piece. But first, a small favor. They need their axe sharpened. So can we take it to Captain Shanks? I suppose. We can do that. Captain Shanks is right over to the west. So it's not too big of a deal. There doesn't appear to be any way to get below deck on this boat. It's a very small boat. Captain Shanks, could you do me a favor? Bring this axe over to Port Sarim for the Jungle Forester. No? You have a better solution? We can just go to Port Sarim ourselves. I'm really not trying to go to Port Sarim right now. But he's not going to do it for me, so. Not that we have much of a choice. We've already agreed to take this axe, so going to Port Sarim is easy enough. Let's go. 35 gold? I can do that. Over to Port Sarim. Always fun with the boat voyage map. And now we're in Port Sarim. Dropped us off over here with the monks of Intrana. And we can't go back. It's a one-way kind of trip with Captain Shanks. But here's Brian. Could you sharpen this axe? Okay, he's got another problem. He's preoccupied because his friend might be going to jail. That's a pretty big situation. He's going to run away to the wilderness. Not a good plan. Not a good plan at all. If we can help him out here, then he can sharpen the axe. A favor. A small favor. Go talk to Aggie, the witch, for a character witness. Nothing too difficult. Just over in Drainer. Only take a few minutes. Fine. And he's going to keep the axe so he can sharpen it when we get word from Aggie. We do need a lot of items for this quest, but just due to the number and the amount of running around you need to do, I'm just going to get them as they are necessary. Over to Aggie. Hello, Aggie. Would you like to be a character witness? But of course, she also has a problem. Her apprentice, Jimmy the Chisel, is gone. He went to Lumbridge and hasn't come back for 2 days. Very suspicious. There was some strange activity in the ruined building in the forest. So we should go check that out. And that's going to be Aggie's one small favor. Heard that one before. Just need to go check that abandoned building. See if we can find Jimmy. We've been to this abandoned building before, so we know exactly what's in store. We are, of course, dealing with the Ham Group. And here's Jimmy. Here. In prison. We talk to him? Here we go. Speak to the inmate through the door. Fantastic. Jimmy the Chisel. Just the guy I'm looking for. Gonna just bust him out of here. Very exciting. But instead of just opening this door and threatening everyone to try to stop me from leaving, we're gonna try a diplomatic solution with the leader of the Ham here. Great idea, me. Way to prolong this. Jimmy the Chisel. Can you just let him leave? Come on. Just let us leave. Of course not. He wants us to go and arrange for some chickens in exchange for releasing Jimmy. A whole month's supply of chickens. I think we can do that. To save this guy, to get a character witness, to get an axe sharpened, to get some red mahogany. I'm not going to do that again. That's going to get too complicated. Let's go talk to Fred. Okay, Fred. I need a month's supply of chickens. Can we do this? Just give me some chickens. No idea how many chickens it would take for a month's supply for all those people. You also don't have to eat unless you take damage, so probably wouldn't be too many. But he doesn't have enough chickens. So instead, we should go talk to Seth Groats over on the other side of the river. Now, I disagree with his assessment of the number of chickens that he has. Again, these chickens are new. In fact, at this stage, Fred has more chickens than Seth. Unless he's claiming that these chickens aren't his. But then whose are they? Mysterious. Hey there, Seth. Despite you having far fewer chickens, would you like to give us a month's supply? Worth saving, Jimmy. So we can do this. But first, we need proper cages for all these chickens. It's going to be a very large number. So we need to head up to Horvik in Varrock to make some cages. And also while we're there, we need to bring 3 steel bars to pay for a previous job. I can do that. 3 steel bars, easily doable. And this is the part where I go and get 3 steel bars, because they're needed right now. Luckily, we can just come over here, mine the coal and the iron, and superheat. So really, not a huge deal. Hey, Horvik. I've got 2 things for you. Could you make some chicken cages? Also, I've got 3 steel bars. For paying off his previous work. But Horvik has a nasty cough. He's actually quite ill. Which is going to make this whole chicken cages situation a little bit more difficult. And so, we're going to do him a small favor. Go and get some stuff from the apothecary. A herbal tincture and breathing salts. Also, in order to make the cages, he needs cages. We're going to take pigeon cages and turn them into chicken cages, somehow. So we're going to need 5 of those when we come back. But first, of course, the apothecary. The apothecary really does quite a few different things. Talk about one small favor. Breathing salts and herbal tincture. For Seth, please. He's got the herbal tincture ready to go. And now the breathing salts. Around here somewhere. Here we go. Got the jar. Smashed on the floor. Well, that's unfortunate. We'll just have to pick those up, I guess. But no. They are ruined. If they're not kept in an airtight container, they're no good. And he also doesn't have another container. So, we need to figure out this airtight pot. The pot is easy enough, but making it airtight, that's a new one. So we're going to have to try out Tassie Slipcast in Barbarian Village. She's a potter, and she might be able to help us out here. And it's not too far to Barbarian Village, so we'll do it. Also, we're just going to keep carrying the herbal tincture around, because we can't put it anywhere else. So that's okay. Hello, Tassie. Could you make an airtight pot for me? Really quick. Let's get this going. It's rather urgent. But she has her own worries, of course. And her problem is a loan shark named Hammerspike. She does not have enough money to pay them off. Bought this entire abandoned pottery place with a loan. And it is not going well. So she really can't concentrate on making or teaching us pottery right now. So she is completely busy having to do rush orders for top paying customers. So if we want to get this pot, we've got to go deal with Hammer Spike. Fine. I'll do it. Because all the problems have to be solved by me. He's a gangster, but I'm sure I'll be fine. Down into the Dwarven Mine. Hey, Hammer Spike. I need a pot lid, so could you potentially call off an entire loan for an entire building? And just go away? Have you always wanted to be a gangster? How about you go do something else? Leave everybody alone, let me get on with stuff. He's been thinking something along those lines. He's been rather unfulfilled lately. So he wants to become a druid. Sure, great. So we need to go talk to Sanfew to let him become a druid. Sounds like a great plan. And then the Dwarven gang member laughs about how silly this plan is, tricking me to go away. But I will not be stopped. You're going to become a druid, whether you want to or not. Over here, in Taverley. Sanfew. Could a dwarf become a druid? Is that a thing that could happen? Hasn't happened before, but why not? Sounds like something that could be fun. But first, one small favor. Or rather, two small favors. Here we go. There's a gnome up on White Wolf Mountain doing the whole gnome gliders business, who could really use a warming herbal brew. And also, he wants to take a trip south of Yanil to preach the word of Gothics to the ogres. So this same pilot up on the mountain, he wants to get a trip organized. A very strange idea, but why not? And we can deal with this too. For this recipe, we get a bowl of hot water in an empty teacup, and then a Harlander, 2 Woms, and a Marentil. Gothics' Rest. So now, we need to get all of those things to make this Gothics' Rest. Nothing too difficult, though. So we'll manage. Is it weird to make a tea out of a cup you just drank out of? I'm sure he'll be fine. Also, we stole that tea, so here we are. Everything goes in the tea. Gothics Rest tea. No, don't glider. We have to talk to him. Here, have a special tea. Oh no, a wolf's coming. A lovely cup of herbal tea. Very thoughtful, Sanfew. While we're here, would you like to help him fly down to the ogres. Does that sound like a good idea? Overgrown gnomes, indeed. He wants to go bring the word of Guthix to the ogres. Although it's hard to say if the ogres will be able to even understand what's going on. But hey. He did make a nice cup of tea here. Or at least teach us how to make it. So why not? Let's bring a druid to the Feldep Hills. They're even expanding the glider route already down there. But it's not quite finished yet. Either way, he's going to need some lighter kit for his glider if he wants to bring Samfew down there for some reason. Luckily for us, Arhine in Catherby has some special lightweight ropes called trash that we can get. Triple redundant Aero Super Hauser trash. We need to get that, and then he can bring Samfew. And that is a deal. It's not much further to Catherby. Arhine. I need some trash. Fancy special ropes for a gnome. He's got some. For this favor. But in order to get these special ropes, we need to do him just one small favor. Shocking. Shocking. Anyways, he's going to have a trip to Brimhaven soon. And it's very expensive cargo. So he wants to make sure that the weather isn't going to change. So we need a weather report from Sears Village. Sure. Sure. And before we leave, I need a chisel and a hammer. To Sears. Weather report, please. Unless you have some problems that are currently happening. Which wouldn't be any surprise at this point. So, you're concerned about a missing girl named Petra. By the end of this, we are going to solve every single missing persons case in the entirety of Gielinor. What can we do to help? Something southwest. Just look in all the caves to the southwest, trying to find any idea what's going on. Sure. Sounds like a great plan. Poking around in the goblin tunnels, we find a suspicious sculpture. It looks incredibly lifelike. And here's a message. Problems report to Wizard Cromp Runtly in residence in East Erdo. And that's enough to piece together that we need to go speak to Wizard Cromperty in Ardoin. Does this count as doing a favor for Petra? Or are we still doing the favor for the seer? Either way, Wizard Cromperty, a girl stuck in rocks? What did you do? The note led right back to you. Apparently this happens a lot. So much so that he has a plan of what to do when somebody gets stuck in rocks. But he's too annoyed to go to Port Khazard. Everybody keeps getting teleported into rock faces. Just a thing that happens. In order to save them, we need to go to Port Khazard and get iron oxide. Fine. Tyndall Merchant. Or Tyndall Marchant. Not Merchant. Not quite his name. Port Khazard. It is literally rust. Can you please just give it to me? Unfortunately, it's highly prized among wizards currently. So of course he doesn't have a huge supply. So, what do you want? One small favor? Grown. He needs new feathers for his mattress. Go talk to Rance. Yep. We're going to take his giant mess of a mattress to the Feldip Hills. Rants, mattress, feathers. Let's go. But first, he's having problems. A bit difficult to parse what he's trying to say. But there is something disturbing the birds. And here's what was bothering those birds. They're constructing the gnome glider spot here. Can you hurry up and finish? I can help. Can we get this done? For Rance? So we can help out here with the lights, which is the last thing they need to get done here. Searchlight here. We get a sapphire. And they need to be cut. Place that back in. That is one down. The sapphires are the easy part, because we can't accidentally crush them like all these other gems. Why they decided to go with red topaz lights is a good question. But if it works, I suppose. And we are finally... We destroyed the jade. We're finally just fixing the problem ourselves. We destroyed both the jades. Great. Instead of offering to go find a crafter to do this for us, going on a wild goose chase across even more of the world. Do you have any jades? I need a new jade. I'll pay. Instead of having to go and get a jade. There's one of them. Can we pay you to get another jade? We broke all the jade. Jade? 500. Do you have a fifth jade? Oh, Ogre, get out of here. A fifth jade. Do you have any more jade? No? Oh no. Two spare gems of each type. Great. So now, instead of being at the turning point and going to finish the quest, we need to go get a jade. Great. I think it's a bit ironic that we came back to Shiloh Village to get a jade. If Yanni looks outside his window right now, he would have seen me mining instead of getting his red mahogany like I said I was going to do ages ago. And now, I'm leaving again. At least, you can't start One Small Favor without access to the gem mine. You might be able to do it without the mining level requirement though, so beware. There's other ways to get jades though, so you're not entirely lost. Still though, unlucky. The final gem into the light, and it's all good. That is an axe. Paid for some of our gems, I guess. Attacked by an ogre, I guess. Everything's done. I have fixed all the lights, finally. Look at them go. Very sparkly. And now that we're done here, they can pack up all their construction equipment and leave the ogres in peace. Except for all of the gnome glider flights coming through, but that's a later problem. Rants. Took care of the problem. So you can fill the sleeping bag, or the mattress. Now it's comfy. Fantastic. Tyndall Marchant. Here is your mattress. Now give me some rust. Thank you. Wizard Cramperty. I got the rust. Now make that spell to save Petra. Animate rock scroll. Neat. And also while I am here in Ardoin, I've got some pigeon cages to go collect. Casting the rock scroll. Firing it off, way to the side, and creating a slaglith, which we can bonk down with our pickaxe. This rock monster here is especially weak to crushing attacks, so the rune pickaxe is actually a pretty solid choice here. Looks like more of a poke than a crush. Well, I guess there's no spiky bit at the end there, so crush-ish, at least. Good enough for our purposes. And there's some stuff on the ground. A little bit of crafting XP. Not going to worry about that, though. And now we save Petra. Fantastic. Her name is Petra Fide. Amazing. Let's get back to Sears Village. Let them know that you're safe. Also, you are level 1. Difficulties. Difficulties here. I actually didn't have space for all the pigeon cages, so I had to drop them. But anyways, Petra has returned. Here we go. Weather report. And he can't do it. Why not? You just can't get a clear picture. Come on. Just give me the weather report. I'm gonna threaten some violence. What do you need me to do? Come on. It's just the way it is. I don't think you can predict the weather. Weather report. Please. I'm angry. Weather. Weather, come on. Please. Get a clear picture. His tools are not aligned properly. What tools? What are you talking about? He's got a weather gauge. A special combination of items. It's a weather vane. I can fix it. Just be straightforward with me, please. I'll fix it, and then you can give me the weather report, and then we can be done. It's up on the roof? Sure. Hi, Sincere. I'm gonna charge through your room. And this is also part of the rooftop agility course. Whack the weather vane. Now it's even more broken. Grab the 3 pieces, and we can go fix them. Luckily, there's a convenient anvil here in town. Just down the ladders. Open another door. It's a weird structure they got here, but it works. Fix everything. We got the directionals. We got the part there for the pillar. And the ornament. Fantastic. Now we just need to go put these back together. And then we can get our weather report from the seer. It's not exactly magic or anything. But it still takes some knowledge to make use of this information. Especially if we're trying to figure out the weather in the future here. Either way, run back through here, and we can finally get the weather report. We had to do 2 small favors for him. What a mess. Weather report. Here you go. Fancy ropes. Delivered. Up to the gnome. So we don't even need to bring them. Fantastic. Also, while I'm here, I'd like to buy pot. Got your ropes delivered. You ready to bring Samfew? He is indeed. So we can go tell Samfew. Samfew, your trip is ready. You can go see the ogres. It's going to be a mess, but sure. And now you will let that dwarf become a druid. Fantastic. Good news, Hammerspike. You can become a druid. But he has changed his mind. He wants to still be a gangster. And now, we're getting attacked by gang members. Unfortunately for them, I have Protect from Melee. So there's nothing they can do about it. Level 49, 44, and 48. Not much of a match for me. They did all manage to pile up into one location. So that's something. Would be a very different game if you couldn't be on the same squares. And they respawn anyway, so I'm sure we're not killing these guys. Probably. Either way, again, not a difficult fight at all. Hammer Spike. Leave Tassie alone. And it's a promise. We could have done that from the start. Could have done that from the start. Your gang problem is no problem anymore. We tried peaceful, didn't work, then we resorted to violence. But either way, no more loan for you. Now we're going to be taught how to make a pot lid. Again, probably something we could have figured out ourselves. You just make a lid for the pot. Fire in the pottery oven. And there we go. One airtight pot. One airtight pot for the breathing salts. Exactly where he's storing these right now, in order to get them into this pot, since they can't be outside of the pot, I'm not sure. But that's not the problem. We've got the breathing salts. Now we can use the herbal tincture that we've been carrying around all around the world, and bring that back over to Horvik to get his cough taken care of. And now we've got the pigeon cages. All 5 of them. Doing a little bit of work, converting them into chicken cages. Large cage. Fantastic. Chicken cages. Chickens now. 5 full. Sent to the ham. Let's go. Alright, you got your chickens. Whole month's worth of chickens coming your way. Just let Jimmy out, and we can be done with this. Or I will get angry. Release Jimmy. Success. Except he's still over here. They'll release him when I leave, I guess. Jimmy has been released. And now Aggie can help Brian. But Brian is having more problems. Bad news about his friend. He's already gone to hide in the wilderness. He's out in the lava maze. So we just need to do one small favor. Head to the lava maze. But he's just kidding. Ha 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 ha. Here's the axe. You don't know what I've been through, Brian. Or you would not be making those kind of jokes right now. One axe, sharpened at an incredibly slow speed. They could have just done this themselves if they knew it was going to take us so long. But either way, we've got the red mahogany log. Which we bring to Yanni. You're welcome. And my reward. He's unimpressed with how long this took us. But I went everywhere. I negotiated with fanatics, gangsters, gnomes. I had to talk to rants. I fixed a weather vane. Fought a supernatural rock monster. Carried around a dirty mattress. Learned how to make pot lids. It was a whole thing. And so, we get a key ring. It was only one small favor, after all. And some lamps. We'll just throw those in on the side. Sure. One small favor completed. 2 quest points. 2 lamps. Keyring. Access to filled up hills. The ability to make teas and pot lids. The keyring is less useful than it would be, since we can't store it in the bank. But these antique lamps are pretty solid. These will be going right into Herblore for 20,000 experience. That is level 49. While one small favor is a bit of a trek, it at least has a bit of story and action and a decent reward, which is more than you can say about the next quest. With our cat and some rat poison to poison some cheese, some bits and bobs, and a pot of weeds. So we can start a new quest. Rat catchers. There are 2 sisters that want to talk to us about cats. And they are down in the sewers. So that's a good start. Just go into the sewers. Nice. Hello, sewer people. Everything is terrible in the sewer. But they somehow are able to be weirdly smelling, even for a sewer. You wanted to teach me about rat catching or something? Anything you want to do about that? Teach my cat a trick or two? They're very odd. Cats don't do tricks. Only dogs do tricks. So they're going to set me a task before they're even going to bother talking to me. Catch 8 rats. So we've got our cat. Let's catch these rats. Chase the rat. Can't get it from here. Try again. Not the giant rats, though, of course. That'd be too difficult. And the rats keep getting away. We've got a Hellcat, so we've got, like, the best chance of this possible. And we need to catch 8 of these. That's 1. 7 to go. It really picked up after the first couple rats there. All 8 defeated. So now we can talk to them again. I got the ratsies for yous. But they were just pretending to talk weird. For whatever reason. Anyways, we completed their trial. So now we can learn something about rat catching. Not from them, though. They just have access to rat catching groups. Also, we get a rat pole, so that's fun. The Rat Pits. And Jimmy Dazzler. Jimmy, in our doing, he can help us learn something about rat catching. So we will go seek him out instead of some weird sewer people. And here he is with a ladder going downwards into a basement rat pit. Rat traps set up in this room over here. He has gotten word from the sisters that I'd be coming over here, and that he can teach me about some cats. But first, we're going to help him out. And that is the ticket. And so, he is sending us on a mission. A rat catching mission. To a country manor located outside of Ardoin. They have a mouse problem, and they want to get rid of them with cats. Also, we can't be seen. So a covert operation, one might say. We will have a spell that will teleport us away and erase people's memory if they see us. I feel like there is better uses for this than rat catching, but sure. So we will head out to the woods. And now, the best part. And by the best part, I mean the worst part. We need to make our way past these guards that sometimes seem to have very inconsistent line of sight. Make our way back around to the back side of the manor, and then get up inside. So far, so good, but my goodness, we can't expect it to continue to be so. A lot of waiting around for the guards to be in the right direction, and depending on how things go, a lot of world hopping or intentionally getting caught in order to get the two inside guards to work with us here. He catches us, even though he was facing the other direction, and now we're back at the start. That is what we are dealing with here. How does it work? Really hard to say. And we've been caught again. And teleported a space away. So that's fine. Back to the back. The guards have to be a crazy distance away for us to get to the middle section here. But now we can climb up the trellis and see what the damage is. They're not synced, so that's not good. We should be able to get in here at least. And we can't close the door, so that's not good for us. But we can chase this rat here, which is what we need to do. And we're still missing. Great. Chase. Failed again. Come on, rat. Come on, cat. You gotta work with me here. Got him. Now we pick it up. Don't need to go to this side. So that means we need to get over there. But the guards are coming out. So now, we wait. The guards have synced up. So now is our chance. All the way to the other side. We can get into this room. And now we wait again. The guards have desynced again. So now we can't get out. They need to either both be out there or have the other guard further away. And that is not going to happen now. So we can try a world hop here. See if that fixes it. Hopefully we stay in here. Yes, perfect. How's the guard situation looking? Slightly out of sync. With this one further ahead. I think that's the same problem we had last time. Another world. Again, pretty much the same. Yep. This is the world hopping section. I should also not be standing where I'm standing. We might be okay here. I'm just gonna go for it. The fact that it's hard to tell when you're safe to go really makes this whole thing a mess. But now we're over here. So we can chase the rest of the rats at our slow Hellcat pace. At least it's not a kitten, because then things would be even worse. Just even worse. And then downstairs for the last of them. One down here, which we failed again. Keep going. We can do it. And then over in the kitchen. I'm noticing there's a rat out there that we're not going to be able to get to. But hopefully what we've accomplished here is good enough. There we go. Is that not it? Did we miss one? Catch all the rats. Great. Okay. Nothing a little world hopping can't solve. Rat catchers is just physically impossible on that world. Because we can't go outside this door. How that rat got there? That's a good question. But anyways, that is the mansion portion completed. Having a fun chat with our cat about how good we are at lurking in the darkness. And we can leave. And by leave, we could go out, or we could just leave and skip getting teleported back in there over and over. So let's avoid that. One successful extermination completed. Now we have access to the rat pits here for training kittens. But for grown and overgrown cats, we need to be heading off to other rat catching professionals. For grown cats, we want to go see Hooked-Nosed Jack in Varrock. Sounds simple enough. Also, we can go down and look at the rat pits. Oh boy, it's terrible. Tavarok. Word has already reached Jack here that I'd be coming. His nose is a little messed up. Well, that's fine. Nothing really to be concerned about. Anyways, we want to learn more about cats and rat catching, but he's too busy. He's got a big job, or 3, all going at the same time right now. So we can offer to help out a little bit. Take one of these jobs. I'm sure we can manage. So we need to clear out a warehouse full of rats. Get some poison for the rats. Rat poison. We could make rat poison, but it's literally just sitting under the clock tower, so we didn't bother with that. It's made of quarm and red spider's eggs. We got in the cheese, so we're good to go. Right down here, very nearby. Up in this warehouse is where we need to deal with all these rats. There's too many of them, and they just keep coming. So we need to put the cheese in the rat hole. But first, I'm going to try to eat the poison cheese. Let me think about this. No, that would be stupid. We really are learning. We really are learning. 1 poison cheese in there. We need to be quick about this before the rats can get back to reproducing. Fill all the holes with poison cheese. And with Pox here, we should be good to go. There's also an instance here. Really, really tiny instance, which is hilarious. But now we can go back to Jack. Mission accomplished. Super easy. But he is preoccupied with something. Pox is half dead. Pox was in the warehouse, and he must have eaten some of the rats that were poisoned, which isn't good. We're kind of responsible for this, so we need to go see the apothecary and get some cat anti-poison. I said the apothecary was used for a lot of quests. And we are right back here again for A Tale of Two Cats. Nope, that's for the hat. We are back here again for something else. Rat catchers. He's got so many dialogue options, my goodness. To make a cat anti-poison, we just need to know what the poison was. Quarm and red spider egg based concoction. And he has just the recipe. Bucket of milk, ground unicorn horn, and marintel. Blend it all together. Cat anti-poison. Now we can quickly return and save that cat. Anti-poison. Right here. Whew. Problem solved. But about the warehouse, we didn't finish the job. The biggest, nastiest rat survived. So now, in order to successfully clear the warehouse, we need to go take care of it. There he is. The King Rat. The master of all rats. A strong-looking rat. Our cat will have to fight. We can also feed our cat through this opening, as this is a boss fight, kinda. Hellcat versus King Rat. Fight. We come out swinging, but the King Rat is no pushover. Heal the cat. We got plenty of heals here, so we'll be able to defeat this vermin. Another fish in the hole. You would not want to try to do this without food, because if your cat dies, you get to go get a kitten, and that's just not going to work out. And then you have to spend hours trying to get a cat. It would be very difficult. I don't know if you even can finish this with a kitten. It would be a hard fight, and you need a lot of food for it. Luckily we have stackable food in the form of Karambwanji, but one Rat King defeated. And there we go. We have successfully done so, as we said we would. And we used our cat to defeat the rat. And isn't that learning about rat catching in a nutshell here? And now we have access to the regular cat rat pits. Moving on to Overgrown, we need to go see Smokin' Joe in Keldagrim. Here is Smokin' Joe, all the way over here on the east side of Keldagrim. He is coughing and wheezing, getting phlegm all over the place, being just a general mess here. Trying to smoke out some rats from a rat hole here. But he is not really up to the task currently because of his lungs being all the way that they are. So we can help. We've got good-ish lungs at least. But to do so, we need a special apparatus to smoke out the rats. You take a pot and light some weeds on fire, and they'll make enough smoke. He's offering us his, covered in fluids. But how about we just have our own? You can, I might break yours. Please, just keep it. And so we get away with not having to touch that. A simple pot, some garden weeds, lit on fire. There we go. And just use this on the rat hole to smoke out these rats. The rats quickly leave, but then also quickly return once the smoke clears. So again, it's time for the cat. Cat. Nope. Once more. There's a very specific way you need to do this to get the cat to help. We've placed it. Let's go to the other side, maybe. Where's my cat? The cat is in the cutscene. Here's the cat. On the cat. On the hole. There we go. We need to work together here. This is a 2-cat job. We need to smoke the rats out, and then have the cat get the rats on the other side before they can go back in. A very solid strategy. This is teamwork. This is teamwork right here. All the rats defeated. And that is a victory for us once again. Also, Smoking Joe can understand cats. He's not the first one that can do that, but sure. Also, he can speak cat, so that's actually new. Either way, we have successfully gained access to the rat pits in Keldagrim. But there's still another one in Port Sarim. For the wily cats. We need to go talk to the Face. There is the Face. She's calling us peasant, telling us that Felcrash wishes to speak with us. Down in the rat pits. See if we can see one of these wily cats around here. Yep, there they are. We've got Puskins and Turbo Groomer. Ridiculous cat names. Fantastic. Here is Felcrash. You wanted to speak with me? We've gotten quite the reputation for all of our rat catching we've been doing. So now, we are going to get another big task. Felcrash wants to write an epic poem of bravery about something that she did previously, which was killing every rat in Port Sarim at the same time with one action. But she can't write the epic about herself. That'd be silly. So instead, we need to be the one that does so. And so, we need to figure out how she did it. And that's the secret. She's not going to tell us how she did it. So we need to gather some intelligence here from the Face. I need to know how Felcrash managed such a feat. Drowned every single rat all at once. And so we're going to trick the face into giving up the information. And the secret is a snake charmer. In Povnevich. So now, in order to kill every single rat, we need to go to the desert. Allie, the snake charmer. Give him a gold to get his attention. I need to learn about animal charming. But we're not going to pay you much. We need information about Felcrash the Bard. And he is not excited about that. He taught her everything she knew about animal charming. And she used that power to kill. Music should never be used to kill. In his opinion, at least. Either way, I need to charm some rats. Can I pay you for the information? He wants 2,227,650 coins, which is literally one more than we have. Alright. Guess I'll have to go then. You missed your chance. I'm gonna walk away slowly. Half the price? Quarter? Yes. An eighth? Not a chance. 100 coins. Final offer. Presumably if you came here with less than 800 coins, that'd be very strange. Because it would offer 99 coins or less, and you're like 100 coins, final offer. But no. 100 coins is a lot less than an eighth of our cash stack. So we get a music scroll and a snake charm, which we can use to drown some rats. Now we just need to prepare the snake charm with this music. 8 notes. We need to plug in here. Then 3. And then all but 1. We got a 4. Full. Raised an octave. This one. Empty. And 2. These all actually have notes associated. But with that 8-note song prepared, the rats come from everywhere. We walk them down the pier, and they just jump off. It's quite something. It's quite something. And that is all the rats of Port Sarim. Exactly how Felcrash expected us to figure that out without being told. Yeah, maybe she assumed the face would help us. Either way, we have done it. We've killed all the rats, except for all the rats that are down here. I wonder where the rats from upstairs came from. Victory. Unfortunately, we can't get a wily cat, because our cat isn't overgrown. So instead, we just get to finish the quest. 2 more quest points. 4,500 thieving XP. Access to rat pits. We got a rat pole. But the main rewards here are the wily cat and the minigame teleports to the rat pits. Most importantly, port serum. Because there's really not very many good ways to get over here right now. So that's at least something of a reward. And now we can safely keep our regular cat out. Because going to Overgrown is actually a good thing now. A bit of fletching later, and our cat is finally overgrown. So now, we can train to a wily cat. Best in slot cat unlocked. Also, we can name the cat. I don't have a name chosen here. Also, it's entered in the most hilarious way. You have to spin a dial, and it can be up to 6 letters. It's definitely something. Here we go. Our wily Hellcat. He's doing fantastic. But now, the only other quest that needs the Cat Speak Amulet is Dragon Slayer 2. So we're not quite there yet. We can get this back easily enough. And pick up the cat. Because even though he is incredibly warm, he probably won't enjoy the mountains. Next time. Goodbye.